The holidays are about spending time with your loved ones and creating magical memories that will last a lifetime. So whether it's family and friends you haven't seen in a while, or those who you see all the time, share holiday magic this season with an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Copyright 2024, The Coca-Cola Company.
Hey, I'm Ryan Reynolds.
Recently, I asked Mint Mobile's legal team if big wireless companies are allowed to raise prices due to inflation. They said yes. And then when I asked if raising prices technically violates those onerous two-year contracts, they said, "What the f*** are you talking about, you insane Hollywood ass?" So to recap, we're cutting the price of Mint Unlimited from $30 a month to just $15 a month.
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 up front for 3 months plus taxes and fees. Promo rate for new customers for limited time. Unlimited more than 40 gigabytes per month. Slows full terms at mintmobile.com.
Hello and welcome to the British English Podcast, the show all about British culture and British English. And today we're going to be talking about Christmas because I predict this will be coming out around Christmas week. And we have Harry to join us with this festive themed episode. And we're going to talk about Harry's and maybe mine, Harry's and mine. No, how do we say that, Harry? Help me out already.
Yeah, Harry's and maybe my Christmas. My Christmas wishes. Or I don't know what the noun was going to be.
Yeah, my perfect Christmas. Harry's perfect Christmas and my perfect Christmas. Yes.
There you go. Yeah.
Hello,
Keep it
Harry.
simple. Keep it simple.
Exactly. How are you, Harry?
I'm good, thank you. Very good. Yeah.
Yeah?
I don't know if I'm feeling Christmassy. Very slightly Christmassy. We haven't quite reached December, but you are seeing the occasional Christmas tree popping up in a front room in the bay windows in my area. Yeah, which is nice. And all the shops are Christmassy already.
Of course. I mean, October hits and it's Christmas time already for commercial purposes. But yeah, I would say it's a bit too early. So that's actually a good starting point. When do you think is the perfect time to see a Christmas tree pop up?
I mean, late November is probably all right. It seems to be a thing every year. Like people are keen to start talking about Christmas quite early. The radios are playing Christmas songs and pushing the limits with how early they can play, you know, Mariah Carey. And it's, so there's no definitive kind of set date with it. But I guess it's all about when the society starts to embrace Christmas. And that often happens when the Christmas lights go on in a town. That often gets people feeling more Christmassy, doesn't it?
Yes, that's true. Yeah. I think we've talked about, we've done quite a few Christmas episodes already, and I was fearing repeating the same thing. But then I realised that Spider-Man, that comes out pretty much every year, doesn't it? A new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, and we always do an episode on that.
No, I mean, as in, if they're spending billions on the same thing every year, we can have a chat about Christmas every year.
Absolutely. And the budget's not so high with an episode like this. So,
not quite.
They really are spanking money on Spider-Man.
Yes,
this
they
is
are.
Fairly low budget.
Come on now. I've got a few subscriptions running in the background for this.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But I think it's good. You get a different perspective. We're getting older. We're changing our perspective on life is changing. So it's always good to get a different view of things.
It is. And is your perspective getting generally more grumpy old man style, or do you have another uplifting, inspiring thought towards age and the annual festivities?
The number one selling product of its kind with over 20 years of research and innovation. Botox Cosmetic, out of botulinum toxin A, is a prescription medicine used to temporarily make moderate to severe frown lines, crow's feet, and forehead lines look better in adults.
Effects of Botox Cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Don't receive Botox Cosmetic if you have a skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow and eyelid drooping, and eyelid swelling. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Tell your doctor about medical history, muscle or nerve conditions including ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. For full safety information, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
See for yourself at BotoxCosmetic.com.
This episode is brought to you by United Airlines. When you want to make the most of your vacation, book with United. They're an airline that cares about your travels as much as you do. United is transforming the flying experience with Bluetooth connectivity, screens, power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to help fit everyone's bag. And with their app, you can skip the bag check line, get live updates, and more. Change the way you fly. Book your next trip today at united.com.
Yeah, I think I'm enjoying Christmas and looking forward to Christmas more than I was like a couple of years ago, for example.
Okay.
I feel generally more positive about family, festive celebrations.
Yeah.
I don't think I used to really put a lot of energy into them. I didn't really look forward to them all that much. But as you get older, you start to realize that these things you're not going to have them forever. And I think I cherish. It's turned a bit morbid, but
no, I like it.
I think I cherish the time with my parents more now that I'm a bit older, and I'm realizing that they are, my dad's about to turn 70, and it's like, this is nice. Let's make the most of this.
Yeah, that is really nice. Yeah, it's gratitude towards your parents being alive. Merry Christmas, Pete.
Yeah, I mean it's lovely. Like. The idea of my dad not being around at Christmas is sad, really sad. So, and I love singing songs with him on Christmas Day and stuff.
You do.
So it's just, it's nice. I think I'm just a bit more appreciative of the simple things now that I'm a bit older. I'm speaking like I'm in my 70s already, but I'm wearing a fleece. I feel quite middle-aged right now, but I think I generally feel quite positive about them.
Yeah. Nice.
What about you?
I think I've gone through waves, and I'm at a point where I'm appreciating it again. I think the nieces and nephews make it a little bit more special.
Yeah.
Make me think about the magic of Christmas. But it's quite a logistical thing now. Having to see everyone.
Oh,
because
because
we're having to drive quite a bit during the holidays, which is lovely,
Yeah, you
get
love
to
a
see
long
lots
drive,
of people.
don't you?
So last year we deliberately chose to travel on Christmas Day because we thought it would be a nice little break between the hectic sides of the nieces and nephews. So we had the morning with my family, then we drove for 3 hours, and then we
a nice 3-hour break on the motorway.
I think we even had an argument though, so it was actually, I think it was the worst argument we've ever had.
No,
one of the worst.
Oh my God, Christmas Day.
Yeah. So this year we're hopefully not going to be having that one.
No. Was the argument caused by traffic or anything like that?
No, it was something
or years of resentment.
It was that one. It was years of resentment piled up, and it exploded on my side from petty reasons of me driving. Oh, no, I don't want to get into it. It sounds so petty. So I acknowledge the pettiness, guys. Don't worry. But we're here to talk about the perfect Christmas.
Yeah.
Petty Christmas. A petty Christmas coming to your stores soon.
But that's a bit of a thing in families, isn't it? So, some families, it's almost a tradition to have an argument at the Christmas table.
Yeah.
We're not really that kind of family. We're more bottle up your emotions and certainly don't express them in front of family. Don't tell someone when you're actually annoyed at them.
No, save it for the suicide note.
Yeah.
No, joking.
Or to rant about it later.
Yes.
But yeah.
Okay, so
I hope you don't have a row this year.
Yeah, here's to that. That could be one of my wishes on my ideal Christmas. But let's see where we start with this question. So if you could wake up anywhere, where would you like to wake up for your Christmas to start? Would it be like the holiday? The holiday film. That sort of quintessentially Christmas kind of scene with the snowflakes in the countryside in a leafy county called Surrey. Is that the ideal for you?
Well, I'd want to wake up in my house, I think.
Yeah.
I know it's probably... Well, I guess in this hypothetical situation, I can change my house, can I?
Yes. Yeah, you can have a 2 up, 2 down if you want.
Yeah, I would. I'd wake up in a lovely house.
And that lovely house, is it massive or is it just, a nice size? What is a nice size?
Doesn't have to be massive. I like 3-4 bedrooms is probably big enough for me. I mean, I have no one to put in those bedrooms, so I've got my girlfriend now. Ooh, and she can stay in my bedroom with me
in the guest bedroom.
Exactly. Yeah, we've been together now for like 6 months, so definitely going to be needing her own bedroom soon. I think I'd want to wake up at my house. To be honest,
house.
Yeah, my house, however that may look. I'm happy with my flat. I wouldn't mind waking up at my girlfriend's house. And so I like my Christmas mornings to myself. I've been reflecting on this. I would have to kindly ask Rosie to leave.
Is that for you to enjoy Father Christmas's delivery of a sack full of presents on the bottom of your bed to yourself?
No, for me, I only did stockings when I lived at home with my parents. That was really nice. I mean, as a kid, really, I don't think I did it when I was 20, 25, living at home, doing stockings in mummy's bed. But I just like, because it's such a social day, isn't it? You're spending so much time with family, which can sometimes be a bit, exhausting. It's lovely, but it can be a bit much. Especially if there's kids around as well. Yeah. So I think make the most of that time you got on your own. And what I like to do in the morning is wrap my presents. So I get up Christmas Day, bit silly to leave it so late, but it's become a bit of a personal tradition of mine to get up, have a nice cup of tea, put a film on, and sit in front of the telly on my own, wrapping my presents.
Get out, Rosie. Yeah. I like that. I really like that. That's actually something I do for Christmas Eve. I do the wrapping late, in my opinion, and that is Christmas Eve and a nice film on TV, a Christmas film. Yeah. What is a Christmas film for you? Is Die Hard a Christmas film? It's quite a controversial one to say that, but people do say that.
I guess a Christmas film is, because some Christmas films are like overtly Christmassy, aren't they? Everything's about Christmas.
Yeah, you don't stop hearing the jingle bells sort of sound effects. Jing, jing.
Exactly. It's called Christmas Time or Bad Santa. Like, it's a Christmas film. Yeah. But, Die Hard is like set at Christmas time, isn't it? So that makes it Christmassy.
Oh, yes, that's true. I thought it was just that we show it, or we used to, on terrestrial channels at Christmas time. But you're right. Yeah, it is set at Christmas.
Is it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that for a while, actually. But yeah, so I if anything that evokes Christmassy feelings. So it'll have to be a wintry film for sure. There'll have to be some fairy lights, and there'll have to be a warm kind of family feeling. Maybe maybe the main character is away from home and he wants to get back home to see his family. Maybe for Christmas, maybe for Thanksgiving, but something warming and familial.
Okay. Yes. Home Alone, would that tick a box for you?
Absolutely. I mean, that is a Christmas film. Yeah. Not only is it played every single Christmas, but it is, no doubt, it's set at Christmas. There's stockings hanging from his mantelpiece. It's Christmas all over.
It is. And do you have a preferred Home Alone?
Home Alone 1, fabulous. Not actually called Home Alone 1, just Home Alone. And you don't need to put the 1 if it's the first one. You don't, but it does show a lacking of forward thinking, doesn't it? Yeah, lack of foresight. Absolutely.
A lack of foresight, yeah. But it's also a bit arrogant to say Home Alone 1, isn't it? It's like, this is going to go so well, we're going to have 5 of these.
Yeah, it's true. And arrogant to call it after you've done 5 or so, Fast and the Furious 6, you start calling it something else, don't you? Like Tokyo Drift. You don't mention the number because you've done so many, it just sounds silly.
Yeah, it does, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So Home Alone 1, pop that on.
Definitely a Christmas film. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. Or Bad Santa is fun.
Okay. Yeah, it is fun. Yeah, Bad Santa. Nice. Okay. And is it snowing outside, not inside?
In my perfect Christmas winter wonderland, yes, but only for a bit. Just so I can see the snowflakes falling. I don't actually want it to settle. Because I want to go on a nice walk later on, and a nice walk doesn't involve a snow fight. No, it doesn't involve making a snowman. It involves not walking through sludge and just having a nice little walk.
But the sludge, I would say, comes day 2, day 3 of churned up.
This episode is brought to you by AWS. Amazon Q Business is the new generative AI assistant from AWS. Many tasks can make business slow, like wading through mud. Help! Luckily, there's a faster, easier, less messy choice. Amazon Q can securely understand your business data to help you streamline tasks, like summarizing quarterly results or doing complex analyses in no time. Q got this. Learn what Amazon Q Business can do for you at aws.com/learn more.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in places that could expose you to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity is stolen, their US-based restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
Depressing snow.
It's good. It's good.
Day 1 of settled, crisp, lovely snow. Oh, that crunch on the snow boots. The boots that you get out and you're like, I forgot I had these. These are comfy. And then you think, how do I make a snowball again? Oh, I'd love that. I'd absolutely love a white Christmas.
Okay. Yeah. Do you think that's maybe because you've had quite a few Christmases outside of the UK? So are you craving a quintessentially, Western winter Christmas?
Yeah, it could be that. It just feels so wrong seeing a Christmas tree out in public when it's hot, like in Sydney. Yeah. I mean, here in Portugal, they're doing it as well. And it just feels wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Are they? Yeah. I guess they're big on Christmas like us.
Yeah, I mean, it's spread all over. And I don't... Yeah, I mean, the traditions are different, I suppose.
Yeah.
In the small nuances of it. But everyone loves a Christmas tree, it seems.
Yeah. And, they're very big on, Jesus, aren't they? And it is his birthday. Let's not forget that.
Oh, yes, of course it is that. It is that, yeah. Who would forget that?
I had to actually, double take and think, wait there. Yeah, it's definitely Christ's birthday coming up.
Yeah. Talking of nothing to do with Christ, but the Christmas tree, how would you like it decorated?
Well, definitely a good few baubles on there, but I'm not a fan of uniform bauble usage. What I mean by that is when people use lots of the same bauble, exact same color, from the same shop, just loads of the same bauble. I find it lazy and lacking in character. For me, it has to be a Christmas tree is a celebration of Christmases had and Christmases in general. And that it's got to be colourful. It's got to have lots of different decoration. Maybe some have been homemade. Maybe some have been made by the kids at school. Maybe some have been gifted as presents. Like my mum likes to collect baubles. She gets one every year. And so it's nice to have unique ones. You might have the occasional John Lewis one. I sound very middle class right now. Yeah. And then, so
they do good baubles though.
They bloody well do.
Yeah. I like that. So I'm going to go off on a tangent, but it will come back. I'm going to do a weave, as I heard Donald Trump say. I weave my stories. It's useful. I weave.
Okay.
So I was in Lisbon the other day, appreciating the city, and it's great. It's complicated. There's lots of different architecture. It feels rich in culture and history, and it's probably because of just walking down the street, the cobbled streets. Every single little nook and cranny has different shapes to the buildings and things, and like the tiling and everything. And a lot of the tiles are hand painted, which is crazy to think on a microscopic level. And then, think of how many tiles are painted in that city. Yeah. And I compare it to like living in Ohio and how the pop-up towns that were like erected in probably 100 years, they just feel so fake and lacking in spirit.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you're talking about with baubles. You're wanting the deep, rich history of your family's Christmases on one tree.
Exactly. Yeah. The imperfection of something is full of character.
Yes.
Because that, yeah. But you love it when you make those sounds like it shows that you're thinking about something. So many thoughts.
I've
can't
got
get them all out in one utterance.
A profound thought is about to bubble up. No, it's not. Nothing is there.
Yeah. Posh people do that, don't they? It's like an old person's posh
Boris Johnson kind of thing.
Yeah, the pensive grumble.
I'm going to make a bicycle and call it Boris Johnson's a Boris bike. A Boris bike would be good, wouldn't it?
I didn't think of it, but I'm going to rename it and say it's mine. Yeah.
So you like a Christmas tree filled with different baubles that your mother has collected. And I'm not going to make a rude comment on your mother collecting baubles. We're going to move swiftly on to what's your next step? I do have a list of questions, but I want to go through your chronological ideal Christmas, perhaps. After wrapping after sending Rosie on her way, you then wrap the Christmas presents in front of Home Alone 1. You enjoy a few snowflakes, but you say stop, and it stops. And then what happens?
Although, reflecting on what you said, it takes a few days to turn into sludge. I think I'll let it settle.
Okay, you're allowing it now.
Ignore the traffic that has caused you, the issues you've had on the motorway, and just actually, I'll enjoy a bit of snow, sure.
Nice.
But Rosie's going to have to walk home in it, so it's a shame for her. Anyway, so get out, Rosie. I'd probably text her when she's on her way home. I'd send her a nice text, just so she feels loved.
Lovely. I've wrapped the presents now. You can come back.
Yeah. Fancy a quickie? No. Oh. Anyways, so I would probably go up to my parents' house at that time because my sister normally gets there quite early. I'd have a glass of orange juice. let's say, freshly squeezed.
Any alcohol in that?
No, I don't. For me, the perfect Christmas. I know it is tradition, isn't it, to have a glass of champagne with breakfast on Christmas Day. Or
I normally have Bucks Fizz.
Bucks Fizz.
So prosecco or champagne with orange juice.
Yeah, which is nice. Nice to wet the whistle, but I don't know. Alcohol can make me a little bit tired, and for me, if I'm drinking, I want to carry on drinking, and I don't want to be drinking all day from 11 a.m.
Yeah,
so
fair enough.
10 a.m. So I'd skip the bubbly, and I'd just get an orange juice, and I have a croissant or croissant.
Yeah, okay.
Because that's something we always had as kids. They'd get croissants on Christmas Day. I don't want it. It's nice and
coal.
light. Huh?
You wouldn't just get coal. You'd get a croissant as well.
Yeah. You get croissant. I'm very well behaved, so definitely wouldn't get coal.
Were you?
Yeah, and we heat them up.
Yeah.
In the microwave.
Okay. I just wanted to ask, were you well behaved?
As a kid?
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
I think maybe towards December you started to think, right, I need to put some good work in here. But, come January, you're a little rascal.
Yeah. It's true. But my mum was always very generous, even if I was a little rascal. Even if my reports at school had been absolutely shocking, she would still treat us because she's way too generous. So,
okay.
Yeah, I was lucky.
Nice. Okay, so you got your croissant and your orange juice. And are you just spending the time in your family's living room the whole day, or what's going on?
God, no. Got to break it up. Might have a little sing-song with my dad.
Yes, go through to the music room because the Giles have a music room.
Yeah. Sounding very posh now. So I've been learning the guitar, as we've discussed before. So I might bring the guitar up to my parents' house.
Oh, yeah.
And have a little play with my dad. It's a little bit early for Christmas sing-songs for the rest of the family in the morning. So it'd probably just be me and my dad, have a little sing-song. Just something to kill a bit of time before we go over to see the kids at my brother's house.
Oh, that's what's happening nowadays. So you spend the morning at your parents' house and then you go to your brother's house.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. See my niece and my nephew. Spend an intense hour with them. Might have a glass of bubbly there. Just to get through it.
Yeah.
Give the kids their presents. Have a run around with them. And then get out.
See, I think the bubbly... I'm encouraged to have the alcohol when there's kids around, just to sort of differentiate between them. I'm not a kid anymore. I can have this drink.
Okay.
I think it might be something to do with that. Because when we were the youngest generation, I didn't really feel like I wanted to have that. And then we weren't so young. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll have that because you can't.
What about if you've got a 3-hour drive? Would you Would you still have a little glass of bubbly? Bucks Fizz?
Yeah, I would. Yeah. I'd have the whole bottle and get in the car straight away. Yeah. No, I would have 1 or 2 glasses, and then we would drive probably 2 hours after that consumption, and that's legally allowed in the UK. So sue me.
Does the bubbly kind of chill out the road rage? Or
it all depends on how much meditation I've been doing. That is a direct correlation to road rage for me.
Okay. Yeah. Are you
the more meditation, the more road rage? No.
Is that something you'd have Christmas? I think that could be a nice thing to do on Christmas Day. Have a morning meditation.
Yeah, that would be great. I don't think it would happen for me. But ideally, we're talking about the perfect Christmas. So yeah, I'd like that. I'd like the smell of bacon to be wafting upstairs whilst I'm meditating about being a veggie. about not harming a single living animal. Oh, bacon. Lovely. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, you're not harming them directly, so you enjoy your bacon sandwich.
Yeah, I've not asked for it. They're just serving it to me, so I can't say no, can I?
Exactly.
Yeah. Even though I went to the shop and got the 12 rashers. We will be leaving the free version of this episode here for today. But if you did want to continue listening to this conversation, then head over to the BritishEnglishPodcast.com, where you can sign up to the Premium Podcast or the Academy. The Premium Podcast gives you the ad-free version with transcripts, a full glossary and flashcards, whereas the Academy gives you all of that plus a whole lot more, including vocab video lessons, writing assignments, weekly Zoom classes, and you can also get paired with a new speaking partner of a similar level to yours each month to really get your speaking practice in. But if you were just here for the free version of this episode, then I thank you very much. Congratulations for getting to the end of this part, and I hope to see you back here next week for another episode. I've been your host, Charlie, on the British English Podcast.